Oh, what great posture you have. I know you have that all the time. Yeah. I'm gonna get you in the middle. I just want you to know now, so don't be alarmed.
Look who got a haircut.
It's me.
Mm-hmm. I also got one, but you can't tell.
Not at all. She got 6 hairs cut. Hi, welcome back. You've made it. Way to go. I'm Rory.
I'm Carmen.
And today, we decided to talk to you about getting ink.
I really don't like calling it inked, but yeah. We're gonna talk about our tattoos.
Yep, we're gonna just tell you guys a little tidbit, snippet, a small story about each one of our tattoos.
Yeah.
She is much more thought out about her tattoos.
Yeah. We have different philosophies entirely about tattoos.
All right, my first ones were on my feet. I had just gotten back from Australia, and I had just come out to like everyone, so I was like excited about actually being able to tell people like I'm a lesbian for the first time. So with that in mind, I was very inspired to get the words love on one foot and acceptance on the other foot, because I just thought that's all we need in this world, just love and acceptance. They're funny because it just very much spoke to who I was at the time.
So my first one is on my inner wrist, and it says life is beautiful. I wanted to get something that I knew I would always like believe. I mean, I like it. I look at it and I remember being 19.
My second one was probably behind my ear. Yeah, I think it was I have a cloud and a lightning bolt behind my ear, and I got that when I was visiting friends in Vancouver. I knew I had always wanted at least a cloud or a clump of clouds because I always have my head in the clouds. So, shock to no one. So either is that, or in later years I've started calling it my brainstorm.
Which is so cute.
So that's right here.
Yeah, so my second one are these 3 birds I have right here. I got them, I think like, I don't know, 6 months after my first tattoo. I was like really excited. And kind of the deeper meaning is, you know, that it's one bird is me and the other 2 birds are my brothers. But I also sometimes look at it as like my past, present, and future, and they're kind of like going different directions, but also they're part of the same pack. What do you call birds that fly together? Flock of seagulls. So,
are they seagulls?
No, they're not seagulls. But I just mean, so. What do you call like a flock of birds?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's the one.
See?
All right, my third was probably my dinosaur. And fun story there, my friend Morgan, years ago, drew this tiny little dinosaur on a bar napkin. And I just remember it as a really good night at the bar with all my good friends at the time. And then appropriately, her and her roommates threw a party with the theme prehistoric. So I knew I had to get the tattoo as part of my costume. So I pretty much got off work, got the tattoo, and was at the party fashionably late, just in time to show off my forever costume. Also, his name is Theodore. The dinosaur.
It's pretty cute. My third tattoo is this bird cage right here. Yeah, I was at school, I was far away from my family, and I was feeling like I was free and I could, you know, do all these things and be all these things. And so I wanted kind of a tattoo that sort of symbolized the openness of life and the endless possibilities that I felt at that time. So,
which still hold to be true.
Yeah.
Fourth one might be just this little X right here. This was also pretty random.
A shock to no one.
We were at a bar, and my friend Caroline, all of a sudden there's a tattoo shop next door, and she came over and was like, you guys, I need 2 other people to get tattoos. This girl's gonna give us a deal. And so I was like, well, sure. I love a deal.
Who doesn't?
I enjoy tattoos. Winning combination. So I took a shot of tequila. Don't recommend,
Don't do
as it
that.
thins your blood.
Don't ever drink for a tattoo.
Jumped next door and got this. And it just means that X marks the spot that I'm right here.
4 is my little tree. I got this kind of on an impulse. All the rest of them were like pretty planned out. I went there and I had really wanted these song lyrics by this band Bread Eyes, but it's a really long phrase. The lyrics are, you are the roots that sleep beneath my feet and hold the world in place. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
It's still like one of my favorite songs. I decided to like start with the tree with like roots. That was like my favorite part of it. But that's kind of like what it symbolizes for me.
I think 5 is just the bike. The name I got later, but just the bike. My ex, at the time, Kelsey, don't worry, we're great now. I miss you, bud. We got matching bike tattoos because we like to bike. I got the name later, so I name all of my stuff. I name my bikes, I name my cars. So this bike's name was Atticus. When we moved to Portland, the bike was stolen and returned within 24 hours. And at that point I was like, this is a sign, we're supposed to be together, me and my bike and I, through thick and thin. So I was like, all right, it's time to get his name, he was a he, tattooed on my body. So I got Atticus tattooed, and then he got stolen again.
Portland. The next was, my friend wanted to get a tattoo, and there were a couple things I had been wanting, so made appointments and just did it at this shop in New York. Yeah, so I got on my foot, can't see it, on my foot I got "This too shall pass." It's something my mom has always said to me in like good times and in bad. It sort of reminds me to be present in whatever I'm feeling, and that whatever it is going to change. So that's my foot tattoo, and then I also got this little guy on my wrist. It's the initials of one of my best friends and ex-boyfriends that passed away. It's his initials and his birthday. It's nice to like look down and just think of him when I see it, and because I was gonna put it somewhere else and I realized like I do want it to be visible every day. Yeah, it's just a nice little reminder of who he was in my life and kind of pushes me to be that kind of person in other people's lives. So that's nice. Yeah.
My next one was, so I have an eye right here. My friend Ken's. I've known her since college, and she's an incredible artist, and just an amazing person. Again, something I don't recommend, but she was learning. She was an apprentice at the time. So this was done in her kitchen, after a bottle of champagne. It hurt like hell. She's amazing. She's an amazing artist, but she picked it up so quickly. And then I got this piece on my back about 5 months later after this, and I'm itching to go back to get my next one from her. Miss you, bud.
So after that I went and got, I don't think I'm actually going to show this one, but I have song lyrics on my side. I have the lyrics "Forever Young" right here, and a lot of people think it's from a different song, but it's actually from the Rod Stewart song "Forever Young." It was my very first favorite song ever, and it's still one of my favorite songs today. It's a great song. I love Rod Stewart.
My next one is probably, I totally forgot. This was in the mix. It's all in your head. After I went and studied abroad in Australia, I had this experience with a little girl skateboarding where her dad asked me to teach her how to skate around the park, and so I did, and she was like 8 years old and super fearless, and it's just always stuck with me that kids specifically don't grow up with fear. We instill fear in them. And so that's just always a reminder I'm my own biggest obstacle. So to get out of my head, because it's just all what I've created.
So my next tattoo is my Kurt Cobain here on my inner arm. Yeah, I got that, I think I was 22. I have listened to Kurt Cobain and like Nirvana my whole life. My room was right next to my brother Wes's room, and he would play music all night, and so I've been listening to Nirvana for as long as I can remember. And I think that kind of, for me, out of Nirvana came so much great music, and so many people are inspired by Nirvana that it's not only like Kurt on my arm, it's like all these other artists after him that I've loved. I think I waited like 6 months for the artist that did this to have an opening. Her name is Virginia Elwood. I really think she's amazing. It's the one most people comment on, I think, and they always ask like, is that Kurt Cobain? Sometimes I'm like, no, it's actually our Lord and Savior.
In the morning, or you're just feeling it.
Sometimes I just give him a little kiss.
She gives him a little kiss.
It's very funny. He's like unwillingly in so many photos with me.
My bike tattoo and the name were done at this shop in San Diego, Buju, that I'm obsessed with. So I've started going there for the most part to get any other work I've done. So the next one I got was right here. Just says Je suis toi, which means I am you. In like, it like kind of makes sense in French. Really, that just means like we are having parallel experiences. I am you, you are me. Like
we're all awareness.
We're all awareness. We're all going through this in this moment. In French, pourquoi? Je ne sais. Just because. In 2014, I wrote a poem every day for the whole year. I got a pencil, just because pretty much that. It's the most simple tool for writing down one's thoughts and feelings. I got that the year I did that project. I also then got this ship in a bottle, which this is one of the few that I had been wanting for years. Like, if we can even find this photo, I think we can. Maybe we can like place it. But when I was like 20 or 21, I had someone like with paint a ship in a bottle. So it was something I'd really wanted for a long time. And then I knew I wanted an octopus wrapping around the ship in a bottle. And fun fact, I went on basically a first date with someone I hadn't met before while this tattoo was happening. She came and watched this process. Don't recommend it. Very
Lots
awkward.
of cautionary tales in your tattoos.
Very awkward. You're welcome, everyone. I'm doing this for your good.
Part of my present to Rory this year at Christmas was that I booked us appointments at Buju for tattoos. Up until this point, we hadn't gotten any tattoos together, so it's a big deal. And we went to this girl named Christy, who was great, and I got something that I've been wanting for the longest time. I've actually never waited this long to get something that I wanted. I got a bee and a heart, and I have wanted a bee love tattoo for a really long time. So for me, it was important to like get that on me in some way. And I know it's like not a super original thing. I know a lot of people have bee love tattoos. So people have like a bee with a heart around it or whatever. I'm like committed to living a life full of like love and being loving in every interaction that I have with everyone, even if it's someone that cuts me off in traffic. I'm like really
super chill.
I'm like, no, like to me that is like the ultimate test of like, can you be loving to that person? Can you be loving in every way in your life? And like, yes, it's very difficult, but to me it's really important to at least strive for that. So that is my most recent tattoo. I'm sure I'll be getting more soon. I think we both will.
Yeah, and my last tattoo, my most recent tattoo, I covered all of them, right? She has been wanting to get that for a long time and put a lot of thought into it. I've been wanting to get mine for not as long. And again, I tend to get like silly tattoos, but silly tattoos that I genuinely enjoy.
For sure.
So I got a slice of pizza that says love one another. Love one another referring to like the pizza and I, you and the pizza. It's a
everyone in the
triangle.
world.
Yes. And yeah, I wanted the little banner over it. I don't know, just because I really just enjoy this tattoo.
So, yeah, that's all. I mean, I don't have any other ones, do you? Yeah, I hope this kind of helped you get to know us a little bit better.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
She entertains herself, people.
I think it's thoughtful.
That's it for this week. We've said that 100 times. Bye.